Snipe Squad, what is going on? Back again. It is your boy Sniper Jones, and I'm back with another video for your head top, man. Today, I kind of didn't want to talk about the subject because it's real touchy. And like whenever you talk about stuff like this, you always get mixed opinions, mixed emotions, and a lot of people kind of scale back from these topics. And I am not really too afraid to dive in it, but it's more of a conversation piece to have with you guys because as we all know, it's been taking place. And as of yesterday, I kind of mentioned it today on today's pickup vlog where I picked up the Flint grade 13s. It was like, we all know the effect of, George Floyd's passing. And if you read the thumbnail, you know what I'm saying, if you see the title, people have been like going crazy the last few days, I'm not gonna hold you, okay? Like, if we're gonna talk about it, we gotta break it down 100%. If I make some people uncomfortable, it has to be, you know what I'm saying? Like, if I make you uncomfortable, just feel free to leave at any time. But as well, I'm gonna just try to be as open as I possibly can. Now look, I'm gonna tell y'all right now, I'm not a civil leader, I'm not a civil rights activist, but I do feel like, being a black man in America, I have more than a reason to state my voice on certain things, and I have more of and I have a platform, you know what I'm saying? I do have a platform to talk to y'all about it. So I'm not gonna, beat around the bush. I'm gonna tell y'all like it is, bro. I am a young African-American male, and I don't do nothing illegal, bro. I got a job, I come home, I go to work, and it is a fact, right? I'm not sure who's watching this video, what race you are, but it is a fact. When I leave my crib, if I get pulled over by the cops, if I get pulled over by the police, if I'm ever in situations like that, I am afraid. You know what I'm saying? Like, you gotta understand, bro, I might be doing the speed limit, driving past a police officer, and I'm still afraid. If I see lights flashing behind me, they might just be trying to get past me. My heart drop in my stomach. These are actual realities I go through. And if you're another black male, you don't even have to be a young black male, but if you're another black male, then comment down below and smash this like button, because we need more videos out there like this, man, because I think it spreads awareness, and I feel like everybody who has a platform is using it, so why should I use mine? So a lot of things have been happening, and like I said on Twitter, if you don't follow me on Twitter, please do. I'm from Cleveland, Ohio. I remember being 15 where my next door neighbor was shot in the head by a police officer. No weapon, you know what I'm saying? And he didn't even make the news. This is stuff that I've been dealing with in my own neighborhood since I was a kid, So I don't mean to normalize any of this, but I just mean to say this stuff has been going around for a long time. I mean, people I literally lived across the street with, people I didn't grow up with, were killed. Unnecessarily police brutality, and I don't really think you'll truly understand that unless you are the minority, and I don't mean to isolate anybody, but it's just true. It's true. You can probably feel sorry for it. You could probably see the unjust, but you will never be able to understand it because that's not your reality. So the last few days after the George Floyd passing, I mean, people have been in uproar. People have been looting. People have been breaking into things, going crazy, set stuff on fire, fighting, and here we go. This is the part where it can get a little confrontational, or it can get a little bit out of hand. Whenever you're going through stuff like this, bro, people in outroar, people are definitely going to have an opinion about it, and we're angry. You understand what I'm saying? Like, so before you take judgment, understand that people are angry, and sometimes with that anger, bro, you might do the wrong things. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes in that anger, you might make the wrong decisions. Sometimes you might act out of pocket. Sometimes you might display some stuff that shouldn't be displayed. Even though that's all true, we all know, like, say if you get angry, you probably did some stuff that you didn't mean. Probably said some stuff to your friend you didn't mean to say, or to your homeboy or whatever that you didn't mean to say at the time. But it's just an immediate emotional reaction. And that's what I think is going on right now. Now, even though I say that, it doesn't 100% mean it's justified. You know what I'm saying? I don't think that everything that's happening, at least here in Atlanta, because Atlanta was going crazy last night, bro. Like, I live here, I'm not from here, so I can't really sit here and tell you I'm like this AT alien, or, what I'm saying, this proud, Atlanta guy, because I wholeheartedly rep Cleveland, Ohio. This is the place I'm living, and I accept Atlanta. It's a great place to be in. But, bro, they broke into Lennox last night, broke into some stores. Like, it's even bigger than Atlanta. But the reason why, like, I wanted to talk about it specifically is because it affected me. I was supposed to actually go downtown today to pick up sneakers from stores that's closed, from business owners who just want to, who's worried about rebuilding their brand now. It's becoming to the point where it's like, wow. It's crazy because even though I feel like we have a right to be emotionally upset towards the police or towards police brutality, it's like some of this stuff though, it's like, bro, Lennox ain't do nothing. You know what I'm saying? Like, bro, like Lennox ain't do nothing. Like, these small businesses didn't do anything. And even though I get it, you know, we have to make some noise for them to understand. It's just like, okay, cool, let's make the noise towards the cause. You know what I'm saying? Like, towards the cause. I was on the phone with my boy Jumping Man Chris today, and I don't know if y'all know he got kicks, but he got kicks. Hibbett Sports was just broken into. Like, they threw a brick through it, ran inside, stole clothes. That has nothing to do with anything. You know what I'm saying? I think that's just people taking advantage of an opportunity where, like, the legal system is everywhere and they're just getting what they can. Same thing with Lennox. And, like, I heard a story through Jumping Man Chris was like, it was a guy who was in Louisville, Kentucky, because they were riding in Louisville as well. And he was a small business owner. He owned himself like a resale store. And people broke into it and stole everything. He had hundreds of thousands of dollars worth of merchandise, shoes, clothing that were stolen out of his shop. And he was emotional, crying on Instagram Live because that's his life's work. And when you think about that, bro, just think about, like, if somebody was to break into my house, take everything behind me. You know what I'm saying? I worked hard for that. This laptop, this camera, y'all see, like, the new camera lens, like, it's expensive. I put everything I can into that. You know what I'm saying? And to see people actually just go against the grain and just go crazy and just take that, it's hard to accept. You know what I'm saying? It's very, very hard to accept. Everything right now is going to be a tough digestion process. Like, everything we going through, especially, like, as people, is going to be tough. But, and it's way bigger than just shoes, right? The only reason why I'm bringing it back to sneakers and clothing is because that's what my channel is primarily based on. So I don't really want people in the comments like, bro, you're talking about sneakers while people losing lives. Listen, I'm not ignorant to the fact that people are losing your life or people are losing their life. I just told you, like, that was my reality since I grew up. You know, I'm not foreign to that. I've seen it firsthand. All I'm saying is, on this channel, my type of people, I know my audience. My audience is pertaining to sneakers and clothing. So if I bring it back to that base while covering this subject, it'll just make a lot more sense. So anyway, man, it's a lot of craziness going on, and it's not just in Minneapolis. I didn't even know people in Kentucky was going through that. I didn't know people in Kentucky was going crazy like that. Bro, when I seen what was going on in Atlanta, they broke into Wells Fargo. They lit some stuff on fire. I was like, yo, they wildin'. I'm at work looking at the screen like, oh, like they wildin'. And like I said, some of that stuff is just pure just emotional reaction. And some of it is just like, I ain't gonna hold you, some of it is just like taking advantage of the opportunity. Like, it was literally a video. I don't even want to post it on here, but you can see it on Twitter. You probably already seen it. But it was like a dude ran inside Lennox. He had, like, I don't know, something metal. And he just go to the Gucci store. Boom, 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 break the glass and just run in. It's like, bro, like, that has nothing to do with, you know what I'm saying? And I feel like that kind of make us move backwards just a little bit. Us as color, like us as African-American people, especially because we always going to be to blame regardless. You know what I'm saying? Like, anytime anything go wrong, they're going to blame us regardless. So it's just like, I don't feel like that kind of help us go forward. But people don't really think about that. I just think people think about, like, taking advantage of an opportunity of just, like, people being all over the place and trying to get a quick score. But it's going to be hard for all of us, man. It's going to be hard for all of us. Like I say, bro, if y'all got any questions or if y'all want to talk about it any further, y'all want to share any information, you can always comment down below or just head to my Instagram and DM me. I try my best to DM everybody back, even though it's sometimes it's an impossible task, but I still try, like, the best I can. But it's crazy times that we living in, man. I mentioned in my vlog today as well, you know, I had more pairs of the Flint 13s that I was supposed to pick up in that downtown area that got to be called back, you know, got to be, like, sent back. I just hope that everybody's okay. I hope that everybody can calm down. Hopefully we can come up to something. But I feel upset myself, you know, after seeing that video, after living what I live, you know what I'm saying? I do have some feelings in my heart about not being treated fairly in America. It's just true. It is what it is. You know, I am a minority. I am an African-American male. I do get, you know, looked at certain ways for no reason. And I just don't feel like when I leave my doorstep for no reason at all, I should feel inferior or I should feel in fear for my life. But, I mean, that's just the world we live in. That's the country we live in. And that's just our reality. That doesn't mean I'm willing to accept that. That just means that I understand what's wrong or what needs to be fixed. So I don't really want to get too deep into it, man, but I did want to briefly talk about all the craziness they're looting here in Atlanta. I think it's officially over with, but they was going crazy last night. If y'all cities was doing anything similar, or if you had any similarities with anything going on, man, make sure y'all comment down below. Spam the like button on this video. Let's try to spread some awareness and just try to get some talking about what's going on right now on this platform. So I appreciate each and every last one of y'all, man. Make sure you subscribe to the channel if you are new, and until next time, it is your boy Sniper Jones. You know I cannot leave without saying everybody want to be famous, but who really putting in that work though? Snipe Squad, I love y'all. Dream big.